Verstappen shocks the grid with a stunning pole lap. Lewis begs for a Ferrari upgrade after underperforming, and Lando's luck plays a huge role in his win. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the Miami Grand Prix, where Max Verstappen demonstrated his incredible skill by claiming pole position. Let's take a closer look at how this thrilling qualifying session unfolded. Max Verstappen delivered what can only be described as a qualifying masterclass. He not only secured pole position, but did so with a remarkable time of 1:26.204. The session took place on a dry track, a welcome change after the torrential rain that preceded the sprint. Despite the sunny skies, the drivers knew they couldn't let their guard down, with showers still lurking nearby. As qualifying got underway, the excitement was palpable. Gabriel Bortoleto set the stage with an initial time of 1:28.674 in the Sauber, which was soon overshadowed by Verstappen, who quickly improved that time by a full second. It's worth noting that this was a much-needed boost for Verstappen, especially after finishing outside the points in the previous sprint, a rare sight for the reigning champion. In this exciting battle of speed, Lando Norris found himself facing pressure during his final lap. A slight miscalculation at turn 17 cost him dearly, but he still managed to secure a spot on the front row. Kimi Antonelli also made a name for himself by clocking in at P3, just shy of Verstappen's incredible time. As we moved into Q1, the tension mounted. Lewis Hamilton, a perennial title contender, struggled under pressure and faced a significant setback after a lockup at turn 17. That error not only hurt his lap time, but also forced him to use an extra set of soft tires, pushing him deeper into jeopardy as Q2 approached. Verstappen ended Q1 on top, showcasing exceptional skill amidst a field full of fierce competitors. While a few drivers, including Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso, faced elimination, Verstappen reaffirmed his dominance by outpacing the pack. In Q2, the battle intensified. Oscar Piastri initially showed promise with a time of 1:26.269, leading the session early on. This performance hinted at a potential McLaren 1-2, with Norris hot on his heels. However, Antonelli's presence in the top three kept everyone on their toes as Mercedes' George Russell struggled to find grip and confidence. As the qualifying rounds progressed, the stakes got higher. With just moments to spare, Russell managed to pull himself into contention. But the same could not be said for Hamilton. Another frustrating lockup at turn 17 sealed his fate. His stint in qualifying came to an early end, leaving fans to wonder what might have been. So, what does this mean for the upcoming race? Max Verstappen's solid performance on the grid certainly sets him up favorably for the main event. Meanwhile, Hamilton's struggles raise concerns about Mercedes' competitiveness in this pivotal season. Don't go anywhere just yet, as we'll be covering more highlights from the Miami Grand Prix, including unexpected team strategies and crucial performance insights. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. As the Miami Grand Prix unfolded, the focus shifted to the battle for pole position, where Max Verstappen proved to be a formidable force. In the final moments of Q3, the tension was palpable, with Verstappen clocking in at a blistering time of 1:26.204. He edged out Lando Norris and Kimi Antonelli, who were both just a hair behind. Despite struggling with his Red Bull through turn 1, Verstappen's relentless pace allowed him to establish a solid lead. Norris attempted to pressure him, but couldn't quite keep up, admitting he had a less than perfect run over the curbs. Antonelli, however, made a stellar show, securing third on the grid and outpacing championship leader Oscar Piastri, who found himself in fourth. It's remarkable to see how competitive the top four were, with just 0.171 seconds separating Verstappen from Piastri. In Q2 and Q1, McLaren seemed strong. However, the intense pressure during Q3 showed the resilient might of Red Bull's engineering and Verstappen's skill. Throughout the day, excitement didn't just come from qualifying. Lewis Hamilton's unexpected exit in Q2 left fans in disbelief, marking his lowest qualifying position this season. Post-qualifying, tension escalated with a dramatic incident in the pit lane. Verstappen and Antonelli collided, leading to a penalty for Verstappen, a move that sparked discussions about safety and protocol during pit stops. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into these thrilling moments and the ramifications for the teams moving forward in the season. Lewis Hamilton's qualifying performance at the Miami Grand Prix left fans and analysts stunned. Despite his immense talent, he could only secure a 12th place finish, marking his worst qualifying result of the season. This outcome has sparked conversation around the much-needed upgrades for Ferrari, especially after a challenging session for both Hamilton and his teammate Charles Leclerc, who qualified 8th. After the disappointing results unfolded at Qatar, Hamilton voiced his frustrations regarding the car's drivability. During Q1, he experienced a lockup that nearly led to an early exit. Despite managing to progress, he faced difficulties throughout the session, and the struggle was palpable. Immediately after qualifying, Hamilton stressed the urgency for upgrades. He acknowledged the slight improvement in the sprint race, but insisted that the team still needs significant advancements to enhance their performance. Reflecting on his experience in Miami, Hamilton expressed his determination, saying, "We need some upgrades. We need some improvements. Really, we've got lots of things that need to be better." This sentiment echoes a broader concern for the Ferrari team as they strive to climb the ranks in the competitive Formula One landscape. Hamilton also underscored the competitiveness of teams like Williams, who secured higher qualifications with Alex Albon in 7th and Carlos Sainz in 6th. This comparison highlights the need for Ferrari to reevaluate their current performance metrics. Hamilton remarked, "Williams are doing a great job. James Vowles and his team are doing an amazing job, but pure pace, that's where we are." Despite Hamilton's tireless efforts, he faced the reality that even making it to Q3 wouldn't significantly change his outcome. No, he pointed out that the margin of difference in terms of positioning was razor thin. He suspected that had he switched to a new tire, he would have been on par with his teammate, but the lack of overall pace remains a pressing issue for the team. As the Miami GP race weekend ended on a less than stellar note for Hamilton and Ferrari, the spotlight now turns to what upgrades they can implement to reclaim their competitiveness in future races. Fans around the globe are eager to see if these changes will yield the results Hamilton desperately calls for. Stay tuned as we follow Hamilton and Ferrari's journey to bounce back and find the success they aim for in the upcoming races. As the Miami Grand Prix weekend unfolded, it was clear that Max Verstappen showcased an impressive performance, snatching pole position with a qualifying masterclass. This brought excitement to fans as they anticipated the race. Meanwhile, tension simmered for Lewis Hamilton, who faced frustrating struggles that left him and his team seeking answers. Hamilton's setbacks drew attention as George Russell pointed out the inconsistency in car performance, highlighting how sometimes everything aligns perfectly, while other times the car just doesn't respond as hoped. This inconsistency has been a major hurdle for the Mercedes team, affecting their aspirations and competitive edge. In contrast, Ferrari's performance in Miami was far from stellar. Charles Leclerc expressed his disappointment, feeling that he had maximized the car's potential, yet still found himself at P8 during qualifying. "It's pretty easy to understand where we are lacking," he noted, acknowledging the car's weaknesses in low-speed corners, a key aspect of the Miami circuit. Toto Wolff also weighed in on the situation, addressing Hamilton's struggles. His comments reflected the hope for improvement in both Hamilton and the team dynamics. With challenges mounting, both Mercedes and Ferrari aim to recalibrate and regain their competitive standing. As the race day approaches, fans eagerly await to see if these teams can turn their fortunes around. Will Hamilton and Ferrari bounce back, or will they continue to face hurdles on their path to victory? Only time will tell as the Miami Grand Prix unfolds. Keep watching to catch all the thrilling moments and updates from the track. In a dramatic turn of events at the Miami Grand Prix, Red Bull has issued an apology to Mercedes following a dangerous incident involving their driver, Max Verstappen. During the sprint race, chaos erupted in the pit lane when Verstappen collided with Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner took this opportunity to reach out to Mercedes, expressing regret over the incident that unfolded during the high-stakes race. Verstappen was penalized for what was deemed an unsafe release, prompting Horner to send an olive branch to both Antonelli and the Mercedes team. The situation escalated as the Miami track experienced rapidly changing conditions. Following a spell of heavy rain, slick tires became the gamble of the day, with drivers confidently opting to switch. Red Bull called Verstappen in from third position, while Mercedes opted to box Antonelli from fourth. In a miscalculation, Verstappen was released right into the path of Antonelli, who was turning into his pit box. Despite showing impressive reflexes, Antonelli couldn't dodge the collision. The impact resulted in Verstappen sustaining damage to his car, specifically a broken front wing, along with receiving a 10-second time penalty. Fortunately, there were no injuries reported among the crew members of either team. After the race, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff did not hold back his discontent, voicing his shock over what he described as a total lack of judgment from Red Bull. He emphasized that if this had happened during the main event instead of the sprint, it would have been a much more serious issue. Wolff remarked, "I'm surprised about a total lack of judgment there because it wasn't even close to releasing without any security concerns. So somebody panicked there." As the racing world continues to reflect on this incident, it highlights the inherent risks involved in Formula One racing, especially during unpredictable weather conditions. It's a reminder of the delicate balance teams must strike between strategy and safety in such high-stakes environments. The podium may have celebrated performance, but the underlying currents of team dynamics and on-track safety remain paramount. Stay tuned for more insights and analysis as the Formula One season unfolds. Max Verstappen faced a challenging sprint, finishing last after a penalty was applied as the race concluded behind the safety car due to an incident involving Fernando Alonso. Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli managed to snag a point by finishing in 8th place, but saw his opportunity for a better result slip away due to that unfortunate collision. Despite the challenge faced during the sprint, Verstappen rebounded impressively, securing pole position for the Miami Grand Prix. Antonelli, hot on his heels, was just 0.067 seconds behind, coming in at P3 and missing out on pole by the narrowest of margins. After qualifying, Red Bull team principal Christian Horner took the opportunity to apologize to Antonelli for the chaotic events during the sprint. In a candid interview, Horner expressed, "That was tough, really unfortunate. It was a human error," acknowledging that misjudgments can occur in such high-pressure situations. This incident marks yet another controversial highlight from the Miami GP weekend, amplifying tensions as Verstappen and Antonelli collided in the pit lane, raising questions about the team's decision-making process. The drama didn't stop there, with the FIA's final verdict on the pit stop incident underscoring the need for improved safety practices in the pit area. As the Miami Grand Prix unfolds, fans are left buzzing with anticipation to see how the drivers will handle the pressure and whether they can overcome the hurdles that often come with the thrill of Formula One racing. Keep following us for more riveting updates and insights from the world of F1. In the world of Formula One, drama unfolds on the track like a thrilling movie, and the recent clash between Oscar Piastri and Kimi Antonelli during the 2025 Miami GP sprint has everyone talking. Let's dive into the details of this intense showdown. Piastri and Antonelli were back at it again, battling fiercely for the lead on lap 3. However, it wasn't just the lead that got our attention, it was the controversy surrounding this race. Many fans have voiced divided opinions on whether Piastri should have faced a penalty after the incident. But did the telemetry data provide a clearer understanding of the events that transpired? Spoiler alert, it did. After sprint qualifying, there was a significant evolution in the track, creating an exhilarating atmosphere as drivers tried to secure their fastest laps late in the session. Antonelli seized the day, starting from pole position thanks to the ideal conditions. However, even he recognized the challenges ahead, as Piastri was known for his impressive pace in the McLaren. As the race commenced, Antonelli took his spot on the left side of the grid, the prime racing line. But Piastri, known for his blistering starts, quickly surged forward, closing in on Antonelli like a hawk. Just look at the speed graph. Piastri's acceleration early on was nothing short of remarkable. His telemetry data showed he had a higher throttle percentage, maintaining his aggression without sacrificing grip. In heated racing scenarios, Piastri's experience plays a vital role, especially when he found himself on the dirtier side of the grid in the previous race in Saudi Arabia, where he successfully passed Max Verstappen before the first corner. This history gave him an edge. By the time they reached turn 1, Piastri managed to edge ahead, getting his front axle in front of Antonelli's mirrors. Regulations state that once a driver has that position, the corner is theirs to claim. It's also worth mentioning recent changes to FIA racing guidelines. Drivers are no longer required to leave space on the outside when they have established corner advantage. From what we witnessed during the Miami GP, the stewards got it right in letting Piastri take the lead after turn 1 without a penalty. This was a strategic maneuver, executed perfectly by Piastri, showcasing why he's a top contender on the track. But the excitement of the Miami GP didn't end there. There's more intrigue surrounding the W16 rear wing solution that helped Antonelli secure pole position. The fine-tuning and technology behind these components played a significant role in shaping the race dynamics. Stay tuned as we unpack more insights and stories from the Miami Grand Prix in the next segment. In an electrifying turn of events during the Miami Grand Prix, Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli collided in the pit lane, which led to a penalty for Verstappen. This incident has sparked discussions about the safety measures in place during pit stops and how teams handle their drivers. Red Bull Racing confirmed that the cause of the mishap was a dangerous release of Verstappen, who was unleashed into the path of Antonelli. This blunder not only affected Verstappen's race, but also severely impacted Antonelli's chances, who found himself in a tough position and ultimately finished outside the points. Despite his challenging day, Antonelli demonstrated impressive skills earlier in the weekend. He made history as F1's youngest pole sitter during the sprint qualifying. This remarkable achievement showcases his potential and resilience in the face of adversity. His performance throughout the weekend has set the stage for a promising future in the sport. Looking ahead, the Miami Grand Prix remains a thrilling spectacle for both fans and drivers alike. With Mercedes showing solid pace, they are also players to watch. The excitement is palpable as teams strategize post-sprint to secure vital points. As we dive deeper into the statistics and insights from the Miami weekend, we can't wait to bring you more updates. So stay tuned as we continue to explore the latest in the 2025 F1 season.